Hey, my name is Amber and welcome to my fuzzy life. This is my new YouTube channel, my very first video. I decided I wanted to do book reviews and talk about things I enjoy and that I like, and so I decided to do it here on this channel. So welcome. So that being said, let's do a book review. So I just finished reading. It's a duology, a fantasy. The first book is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and the second book is Two Twisted Crowns. I've had these books on my shelf for a while. I kept hearing about these books, and everything I have heard about these books has just been positive. I have not heard a single negative review or comment or anything. So I think I put off reading them as long as I did because I was afraid that I would be let down, that my expectations would be too high because of all the hype and I'd be disappointed. But it was a goal to read them by the end of the year, and I did. So let's talk about it. The story is about a kingdom called Blunder, and there are two types of magic in Blunder. The first type of magic is, and it's the sanctioned type of magic, the allowed type of magic, is with providence cards, which are kind of like playing cards, but they grant the person who possesses them a magical ability. But the thing is that it gives that person a magical ability, but using that magical ability takes something away from that person. Like for instance, there's a card that grants the bearer great beauty, but over time, as they use it, it makes that person emotionally dead inside. There are 12 types of cards. And so it's kind of like the 12 days of Christmas. You have 12 of this, 11 of that, 10 of this, and 9 of the other. So there are lots of cards out there floating around, but there's only 12 types. The second type of magic is there's a dark magic that surrounds Blunder, and it can infect people. And when it infects people, it leaves that person with a magical ability. And the king has these people hunted down. And so the story is about this young woman named Elspeth Spindle. And she eventually becomes involved in a plot to free the kingdom. So in order to do that, they have to get one of each card until they have a complete set of all 12 cards. And the legend has it that once they do that, then they can save and they can free the kingdom. So I just really enjoyed these books because the magical system was so unique and so different from anything I've ever read. I was just fully invested in it, and it was complex. It was very complex. I had to create a cheat sheet that I referred to often, with the looks upside down, with the card and its magical power and what it takes from the bearer. But I enjoyed it so much. That magical system was so different, and it was so brilliantly executed. I just really, really enjoyed it. It was just, I loved it. The other thing I enjoyed about it is because this only takes place in Bundle. The kingdom. This takes place only in this kingdom with only this set of people. So, a lot of times when you're reading epic fantasy, you've got a jillion characters in like dozens of locations, and you have to keep track of who's at war with who and who's where and what's going on. Even if you're reading this right here, you still have to make these connections all out here. So my brain is always multitasking, and I never feel like I'm fully invested or involved in the story. This book, I was all the way in, because you were just focused right here, and it was really refreshing, because it was just, everything was right in front of you. It was the classic story of good versus evil, so you knew who to root for, you knew who not to root for, you knew who you could trust, you knew who you couldn't trust. There was humor. There was heartache, heartbreak, betrayal, and I was all in for all of it. I laughed, I cried, I got mad, I got frustrated. I have not been this emotionally invested in a story in a very long time. And I think it largely has to do with the fact that I was able to focus and be involved in what was in front of me and not have to think about all this other stuff going on out here. So these books are on Kindle Unlimited. I highly recommend them. I hope that you will read them, and if you do, please let me know what you think of them. Thanks.